Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And this is going to be another weekly and monthly review. We just ended the month of June, so we're going to take a look at the numbers for June and then look at this past week's numbers as well, and then go through some of the best-selling items for that week. And June turned out to be, surprisingly, my best month of the year so far. It just edged out January from this year. It really did surprise me that June turned out to be my best month of the year so far. I mean, right in the middle of summer slowed down. I had some really slow days, but what that tells me is that I'm buying the right products. I'm listing enough products every single day and being extremely consistent with it. So my business is really growing, and I'm really excited about that to see where it goes the rest of the year. So let's get in there and take a look at the numbers. All right, let's take a look at the numbers for June. Now, this is for the entire month of June. eBay, I sold a total of 159 items, and my gross sales was $4,803. So on Poshmark, I sold 71 items for a total of $1,694.99. Mercari, I sold one item the entire month at $53. Now, I decided to go ahead and hit Mercari really hard again, so I am cross-listing every single thing that I list on eBay and Poshmark onto Mercari. So I've listed probably close to 250 items now. I seem to be getting a lot more traffic now, a lot more likes, and a lot more questions about some of my items. So hopefully some of the sales on Mercari are going to pick up really soon. And then on Amazon, I sold 3 items for $878, and we'll take a look at one of those. Again, I sold another really big Lego item, which was a cool sale. All right, so the average sales per day for the month of June was at 7.93. Average sales price was $32.11. And my average days to sell an item was at 93 days, so right at 3 months. And then the average cost of goods was $5.60. So again, this was my best month of the year so far, just edged out January. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to see how my business is growing, and we'll see how the rest of the year goes. So, all right, those were my numbers for the month of June. So now let's take a look at this past week and see how we're doing now. This past week, week 26 of 2024, eBay, I sold a total of 33 items for gross sales of $947. Poshmark, I sold 10 items, $341. Mercari, 1 item for $36, and Amazon, 3 items for $781. So that puts the total at 47 items that I've sold this past week, and the total gross sales was $2,105. So my average sales per day this past week was at 6.71, which is down just a little bit. Average sales price was $21.31. Again, that's down as well. And the average days to sell an item was taking about 81 days. So then my average cost of goods was $4.75. So another pretty good week as we head into July. So let's get in there and take a look at some of the best items that sold the past week. All right, here we go. First item. Let's take a look at this one. This is the best men's sweatshirt that I sold this past week, and it was for this vintage Florence tricot sweater with this really cool pattern, 3D knit textured pattern. Again, I didn't know this brand at all. I saw the pattern, and I knew something like that would sell. I've seen a lot of sweatshirts like that selling, and there's some good pictures of the textured 3D pattern. See if I can find the logo. There, Florence Tricot. I didn't know this one. I had to look it up in the store, and there were some really good sell-through rates. There weren't that many listed, and they were selling anywhere from between $45 and $55. I listed mine for $54.95, and it sold at full asking price. And I bought this one at Goodwill for $6.99. So yeah, Florence Tricot. Anytime you see a sweater that's really cool, kind of like a Cosby sweater, Coogie, I can't ever remember how to say that, Coogie, I think. Those kind of sweaters really sell pretty well. So when you see that pattern, pick those up, take a look at them, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. All right, next up is for the best men's shirt that sold, and that was for this really cool polo Ralph Lauren rugby style shirt. I found this one in Goodwill, and I was really surprised when I was flipping through the racks. Anytime you see, that really big pony there, that's going to be a good seller. But then it had, the spell out polo Ralph Lauren across the chest there. It had a really cool, RL crest embroidered logo. Let's see, what else did it have? It had the number 3 on the sleeve. And there's the logo right there. But yeah, this style of polo shirts, anytime I see those, I'm going to pick them up. They're just really good sellers. This one sold for $39.95 on eBay, and I bought it for $6.99 at Goodwill. And the size was a really good size too. It was this 2XB. So anytime you're getting these extra large, 2XL, 3XL, and the XBs, that's a great size to be picking up. All right, next up is for the best pair of men's shorts. And it was for a pair of Nike shorts. And I usually do not pick up Nike shorts. Sometimes I'll pick up the golf shorts, but I usually pass on those as well. This one was just really unique. I wasn't really sure what style this was, when I picked it up. I knew it was cool. It had all these cool zippers along the side. I thought it was kind of for mountain biking or cycling shorts. But when I found the style number, I looked it up. It was called Nike Tech Shorts. Not too detailed, kind of vague, but yeah, Nike Tech Shorts. And I put in the keyword there, athletic. I put bike. I just felt like this would be really great shorts for mountain biking or cycling, road biking. But yeah, they were really cool. Here's the zippers along the side. And there's the logo, but yeah, button fly. Again, I don't pick up a lot of Nike, but I thought this one would sell pretty well, and it did. It sold for $34.95, and I picked these up from Goodwill for $5.99. All right, next up is best pair of men's pants, and that was for this pair of Orvis 5-pocket chino pants. This was one of the pants that I picked up the other day at Salvation Army when I think I picked up 7 pairs of these just in different colors, same size, same style, just different colors. It was pretty cool coming across that many of them. So this is maybe the second or third one that sold. But yeah, I always pick up Orvis 5-pocket chino pants. They just sell really well for me. You're not going to make a huge amount of money, but it's kind of one of those bread and butter brands for me. Again, I sold this one for $24.95, and I bought it at Salvation Army for $4.99. So yeah, anytime I see this Orvis 5-pocket logo, I'm definitely picking those up. All right, next up is best pair of men's jeans, and that was for a pair of Levi's 512 bootcut jeans. This was a button fly 32-34. I'm starting to pick up a lot of the Levi jeans. I passed on those for quite a while until I started doing a lot more research, kind of learning, what styles sell the best and what sizes. Every time I search it, though, you always search Levi's 512 or whatever the number is, and then put in the size as well, because there are so many differences in sell-through rates on the different sizes. But 32-34 was a good size for me, and it sold for $24.95. And let me see if I can get down here to the tag. There's the 512 boot cut. And I picked these up actually at Goodwill bins. I went to the bins a couple weeks ago. And if you haven't done the bins, you should try it at least once or twice. It's quite an experience. I've had some good luck with it. Other times I've kind of left empty-handed or with some really not great stuff. You just dive into these huge bins and they end up selling it by weight. I can't remember exactly what it was by weight. This one turned out, after doing the calculations, it turned out to be $2.38 for my cost. So yeah, Goodwill bins, if you have them in your area and you're brave, check those out. Sometimes you can find some really good items. All right, next up is the best pair of women's shorts, and that was for this brand Mountain Hardwear, and it was a pair of cargo kind of hiking shorts, real breathable, lightweight. I think they were made of nylon, but there's the logo right there. And I don't think Mountain Hardwear is made anymore, so anytime I find these, I pick them up. They usually sell pretty quick. There we go, Mountain Hardwear, women's size 8. And I had these listed for $19.95. I did take an offer for $17, so that's not a bad offer. Again, you're not making a huge amount of money with Mountain Hardwear, but they are usually pretty quick sellers for me. And I bought these at Goodwill. They were half off when I bought them, and I bought them for $3. All right, next up is for the best women's shirt, and it was for this Lululemon pocket t-shirt. Now, this shirt I did not buy. I'm selling this one on consignment. I have a friend that's selling a lot of things, or that wants to sell a lot of things. They give them to me. I take pictures, I list them, and anytime I sell it, we split the profits 50-50. So nothing too special about this, just a basic Lululemon t-shirt. There we go. The back is kind of this ruffled back. And there's the logo on the back there, Lululemon logo, and it was a size 6, and this sold for $19.95 on eBay. And again, I didn't have any cost into this one because it was kind of a consignment deal. All right, next up, best electronic, and that was for this Cuisinart Custom Prep 11 food processor bowl and lid cover. So you've probably heard from me and from a lot of people that when you find these Cuisinart food processors or any kind of kitchen items like this, that you can buy them, you can part them out, and you can make a lot more money parting these out. So this, just this lid right here sold for $21.95. I bought the entire machine, I think it was for $12 at Goodwill. So it's paid for itself multiple times already. I think this is probably the third or the fourth item that sold on this one. I just sold the metal blade that kind of goes with it, the shredding blade. I just sold that one, I think it was yesterday. So that was another item from this piece that I parted out and have sold. So yeah, it's just a really great way to make extra money by parting out some of these electronics. All right, on to the best pair of shoes that I sold this week, and that was for this Alexander McQueen oversized sneaker. This was kind of a funny one. Just I had a video about this one, I believe, that I was sitting in line at Goodwill waiting to check out, and it was taking forever, and I had spotted these sitting there on the racks. And they were selling it for $50, and I was debating, back and forth, do I want to spend $50 on a pair of shoes? But they were just in excellent shape. It didn't look like they had ever been worn. Yeah, so I went ahead and picked them up, and they were selling anywhere from, about $135 to $200. Some of them that were going for $200 had the box with them. I did not have the box. So I went ahead and listed it for $155, and it sold on Poshmark. There's the logo on the bottom. Alexander McQueen. So yeah, turning $50, selling it for $155. So after all Poshmark's fees, I probably made right around $85 on this pair of shoes. So that's not a bad sale at all. All right, put this one in my best media category, best miscellaneous maybe. This was for a Rolling Stones 2015 Zip Code North American Tour concert program. This one was cool. My girlfriend actually was at a yard sale and she picked up an entire box of some of this collectible. It was mostly from The Who, the band The Who. It was all this collectible stuff, concert DVDs, some tour guides like this, just a whole bunch of stuff. And this Rolling Stones was in there as well. It was in excellent shape, like it hadn't even been opened. But the entire box cost $5. So there's some really great stuff in there. I bet I've listed, I don't know, 10 to 15 items. This is maybe the third or fourth item that has sold. And I listed this one for $49.95. I took a best offer of $35. If I would have bought this thing for $10, I wouldn't have taken the $35 offer. Yeah, since this item only cost me probably about 50 cents, I went ahead and took that lower offer. But yeah, this was just a great item in excellent shape. It had the official merchandise bag there. You see, whoops, the official merchandise bag right there. Anyway, they texted me and said, hey, is this the hardcover or soft cover? I said, it's a soft cover. So I actually didn't think they would buy it. I thought they were looking for the hardcover, but he had bought it immediately after that. So really good sale. I was excited about that one. All right, next up is the best bag or accessory item that I sold this week, and that was for a Steve Madden weekend duffel bag, and this one sold for $54.95. Again, this is another one that I'm selling on consignment from that same friend of mine. She just had a lot of items that she wants to get rid of, so listed this one, and it sold for $54.95. So again, no cost of goods on this one, but we are splitting the profits 50-50. I will give you a warning though on consignment stuff. You need to be a little bit careful. I have told her that, hey, I'm not going to pay you until about 30 days after I sell an item because, with clothing and with bags, you're going to get returns. I don't get that many returns, but when I do, I don't want to, send her the money and then say, oh, hey, wait, I need the money back because we got a return. So I told her we're going to wait about 30 days because I just, this past week, had one of the worst returns or tried to get a return from me, and it was just one of the worst messages and dealings that I've had with a customer since I've started this whole full-time reselling. I sold another bag similar to this one, and she immediately, after she received it, she texted me and said, hey, I want a full refund for this item. The strap has a little bit of a tear on it. Actually, she didn't say it was a small tear. She said it was extreme damage, and she sent a couple pictures. And even in the pictures, I could barely see the little leather piece that was kind of coming off. But I told her, hey, I will offer you a full refund. Sorry about that. I usually try to disclose any kind of flaw like that, but I just didn't see it when I was taking pictures. So yeah, please, start a refund or start a return, and I will offer a full return. She said, no, I'm not going to send the item back. I'm not going to start a return. I can't be bothered to return this item. You messed up, and now I'm paying the price. So just send me a refund, and we'll be done with this thing. And I said, I apologize for this, but I'm not going to offer a refund until I get the item back. That's eBay's policies, and that's how I handle things. And she again said, I'm not sending this item back. I will expect a full refund right now. I said, again, I apologize. I will offer you a full refund. Just send the item back. But she did leave me a scathing review that said, buyer beware. This seller doesn't disclose their information and refuses refunds. And, fortunately, it was a positive review. I think she hit the wrong button or something. I don't know. But I did respond to her review and said, hey, sellers, beware. This person is trying to scam you and get refunds and not send items back. So hopefully that's the end of that one because I did block her. I don't want to deal with people like that. So anyway, long story short, if you're doing consignment stuff, be careful. You might get returns, and you don't want to pay the person and then ask for the money back. So that would be a kind of a bad thing. All right, a couple more items. So this is the best sporting goods item that sold, and it was for this Louisville Slugger fast pitch softball bat. I actually thought this one would sell earlier in the spring, like April or so, when baseball and softball season start up. But it just sold this past week, and it was a nice bat. I cleaned it up. It looked really good shape. But I'm glad that it did sell finally, and it sold for $19.95. And I bought this for $5 at a yard sale, along with about 4 or 5 other bats. And a couple of those have sold. The other ones are still hanging out there. Who knows? Maybe around Christmas time, someone is going to buy a few more bats. All right, and the last one is that really big sale that I had on Amazon. And it was for this Lego Creator Expert Ferris Wheel. Really cool set. So I started buying all these really big Lego sets that were going to be retired. It was kind of an investment thing for me. I was just going to buy them, put them in a closet, and sit on them for a really long time. And I started listing some of the big ones. I've sold a few over the past few months. But this item sold for $460 for me. And, I'm just really excited when these big items sell like that. I did have a high cost to buy this thing. It was about 10 years ago when I bought this. I bought it for $180 from the Lego Shop at Home website. And I knew it was going to be a great item. And, when it was retired, people are going to be looking for this for birthday gifts or Christmas. I was actually thinking this would sell around Christmas time, but yeah, it just sold for $460. I bought it for $180. So, still a really good profit. All right, that's all I've got this week. Really good week of sales. I also had a really great week of thrifting, too. I'm excited to share some of those items with you. I think I'm going to do another video and just do a thrift haul video. I left one Goodwill with about 25 items. I mean, it was one of the coolest thrifting days I've had. It was just one thing after another. I bet I picked up 15 pairs of shorts, really good pairs of shorts. Anyway, I'm going to work on that video, and hopefully I'll get that out in the next few days. But yeah, if you like this kind of video, please hit that like and subscribe button. And really appreciate everybody stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.